So I say, hi, I'm Julie Anderson. I work for Restore Justice. I am a mother of someone who was sentenced to life in prison when he was 15 years old. He's 30, his name is Eric. He's 39 years old now. And he was recently resentenced, but he got 30 years, so he still has 7 years to go. The trip was kind of overwhelming in a lot of ways to me. I'd heard that European prisons were much more progressive than in the States, but actually seeing that and keeping in mind they still were prisons. People were still restricted, their liberty was taken away. But the idea that they treated them with dignity, and it was actually a law in Germany, makes me think that we have a lot of education to do as far as people's human rights in the States.
Hi, my name is Michelle Mbecchiani, and I'm the policy advisor at the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. One of the highlights of this trip was really going to the youth detention center in Mecklenburg and seeing the training opportunities that the young people were given, seeing how much respect they were given by the correctional officers, and really witnessing an opportunity where youth are given the opportunity to actually be rehabilitated, gain new skills, and be employable when they leave that facility. Something that I really want to take back to the United States, to Cook County specifically, is that very thing. More training opportunities within our youth detention facilities to ensure that when people leave the detention facility, they're better off, they're more employable, and they have an opportunity to actually make a living in their life.
So from the 3 prisons that we visited, the all-girls prison, the all-boys prison, and the mixed prison, which was a little bit north of Berlin, all 3 had the same code of ethics, which I would like to see us take back to the United States, and for our staff to work with our kids the same way that they do here.
My name is Tom Garrity. I teach at the Northwestern University Pritzker School of Law in Chicago, Illinois. And if I had one takeaway from this visit, it would be how impressive the German sentencing structure is in comparison to what I believe is our barbaric sentencing structure, both in Illinois and throughout the United States.
My name is Laura Fine. I am an Illinois state senator, and the highlight for me from this trip was seeing the dignity and humanity that the incarcerated young adults were treated with, and seeing that the back and forth, because they were treated with humanity and dignity, that's how they treated the people who worked in the system with them.
My name is Era Laudermilk. I'm the Deputy Public Defender of Policy and Strategic Planning for the Law Office of the Cook County Public Defender. The thing that has stood out to me the most is the fact that written in the laws in Germany is the idea that from day one, when someone is incarcerated, that everyone has worked towards helping them to be reintegrated into their communities, and the idea of not doing that is viewed as an assault on human dignity. That's huge.
My name is Marshawn Allen. I'm a project manager for Restore Justice. I'm also a former juvenile lifer. The one thing that really stood out most to me was the principles about human dignity and how it translates throughout their whole criminal justice system. I think that's probably like a starting point for us in the United States, would be to have some type of guiding principles for all of our law enforcement, from prosecutors to police, criminal justice system, where we have one aim and recognize the human dignity in everyone, period, but especially those who are incarcerated. As a formerly incarcerated person and visiting these prisons, these facilities, I was able to see the complete differences between our systems at home and the systems here. One of the stark differences is the way that they do treat their prisoners. At one of the prisons we were at, they didn't even label them as prisoners. They had like young people on the door, which is totally different from how we label and treat and identify those incarcerated in our prisons. It was one prison where they were allowed to, the staff ate with the youth that were there, and that was something that would never happen in our prisons there. playing games with them, things like that. We have a us versus them mentality in our prisons, and that was not present at all here in Germany or in Ireland.